Prompting AI is kind of like tuning a guitar. One wrong adjustment and it's going to sound awful. What if that guitar was self-tuning? That is what we're going to be going over today, is this idea of automatic prompt engineering, where we're going to be taking a prompt and having it create better prompts. It's going to be a self-tuning guitar. When we use AI like GPT or LLM model, when we ask a single question, it can have a lot of different results that come from it. That's because that question is not the prompt. The prompt is how we form that question. So depending on how we ask that question, we can get a different response. And from that, that means that prompting is important. We need to ask better questions or better prompts to actually answer what we're trying to do or to create what we're trying to create. And that's prompt engineering. But the problem is that part of engineering is a lot of trial and error, which can be frustrating, and with LLM models could actually end up costing a lot of money. So instead what we can do is we can use AI to improve AI. We can have it tune itself to create the best prompt to give us the best response. That's when we take prompt engineering and we make it automatic prompt engineering, where we're actually using an automation to create the prompts. We're using automation for the engineering part. So let's go into the hood just a little bit here. The first step is search, and that's essentially going to be taking that single prompt and expanding it to a set of prompts. This way, the engine has a lot to work with and it can start manipulating them and actually figuring out which one is best. And that leads to number two. We have to define what best means. We have to evaluate them. So we're going to be either giving it criteria or letting it choose its own criteria to actually assess the different prompts. Finally, we're going to be using some sort of scoring. Once we do those evaluations, there has to be some numerical value so we can rank them from top to bottom. And then the last step, we're going to refine or optimize it. Either we're going to take that prompt and we're going to run with it. It's great, it's working, or it maybe went off in a little bit different direction, but we're really liking it. We can have it do it again. You can choose a new prompt from this list and then have it rerun them. Or you can just choose the highest score and then have it give you the answer for that. We can see this very easily. Let's go through an example. Give me a social media post about sunglasses. It's just going to run with it. It's going to print out whatever it wants, and it'll be probably pretty generic or completely in the wrong direction. Now, this is where you can trial and error. You can start typing in different things and seeing what will give it best. But we're using Ape here. So what we want to do is we want to have it automate itself. We give it all of its parameters. We tell it to search. We tell it to score. We tell it to optimize. We can even put in a few things about how we want it to score and then which task is best. So then we can restart and we can just say we want to do the exact same thing. We want to create a social media post about sunglasses, but then we're going to have it iterate on itself to come up with the best prompt to come up with that media post. So in this, we're going to tell it to create a whole bunch. We're going to tell it to score it, and then we're going to tell it to choose the best one. We now have our golden record right here, and this one will produce a much better result than our original one. We're collaborating with AI instead of just telling it what to do, and that usually ends up with a much, much better result at the end of it. Doing it this way allows AI to create a better prompt. A better prompt creates better output, and that is why this is key if you're really trying to get in depth with AI and get it to do more things for you in a better way. You don't want to constantly be babysitting it, so utilize it to help itself. That's Ape in a nutshell, automatic prompt engineering. You'll be able to use this in your tool belt to create a lot higher quality responses from AI. If you enjoyed this, you want to see more about AI, programming, or tech in general, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I make videos on all of those topics. And until next time, everyone, see ya.